Hands it off for Luke Schenn
in the fly on.
Now Strawman plays it out to center ice off the stick of Hartnell. Bouncing puck recovered. St. Louis hands it off. Nash put it right in front. A chance here. Score! Derek Stepan in tight on Ray Emery has given the Rangers a 1-0 lead.
Stunning. The Rangers come right back down and catch the Flyers, just not very ready on the attack here. An outnumbered attack. There's a bouncing puck. The Flyer defense backed off. Kimmo Timonen didn't think he could get there before St. Louis. That was really the key. Then they go forward to the front of the net. Ray Emery doesn't control the rebound very well. And where are the rest of the Flyers? They're over on the other side of the ice, and Derek Stepan just has to wait for the puck to jump out to him and put it in the short side.
Second of the series for Derek. All controlled by the Rangers now. Nash off the wall with it. Poked off his stick. Recovered by Derek Stepan, who has the goal in this game 3. That has the Rangers in front 1-0. Girardi toward the net. Score! Marty St. Louis, I think, gets a piece of this.
Absolutely. That's a coverage issue for the Philadelphia Flyers, but good timing pattern for St. Louis. He's on the move right off the face-off. Good job by Rick Nash to get that puck to the point. Then watch, it'll come from the right side of the screen where St. Louis will come from. The exchange sides. There's Nash staying on the puck. St. Louis comes out from behind the net, or the side of the net rather. Girardi with the shot pass. St. Louis with the redirection. And Emery can't find the handle. Tough for the goaltenders to make those kind of saves. Unless he's out farther and closer to the tip. It's tough for Emery to do that. It finds a hole and pull the puck and get in there.
Wayne Schenn now on the left wing boards out to the line. Streit didn't have a shot. Luke Schenn will try a shot. Pass! What a save by Lundqvist! That was redirected in front. Rangers get turned around, and here's Voracek after the turnover in the neutral zone. Centering pass! Score! Mark Streit gets the Flyers on the board.
When you make a mistake and turn the puck over and then fall down, boy, Giroux can really take advantage of it. Watch McDonough. McDonough gets twisted up with Giroux. Giroux knows he's down. Boom. Quickly catches him standing still. Now Voracek, who's really good on the rush, has a guy coming late. It's Mark Streit. Streit is a smart guy, knows how to follow up. That is perfect timing. In between all the Rangers, St. Louis doesn't get back on him yet. You could argue that that was a penalty for Giroux. Tweaked up McDonough, but look at the quickness to turn defensive play into offensive play by Giroux.
Boy, how bad does that penalty now by Pouliot look?
Yeah.
That nullified the power play, created the 4-on-4. And Mark Streit to get back through center ice, and we've been told Marty St. Louis, brief absence, is back on the Ranger bench as Carcillo across the line. He has a man coming late. It's Mark Stahl with a shot, and tipped away by Emery. Now Carl Hagelin with it. Spins in the corner, sends it to the near side of the Flyers zone. Mark Stahl behind the net for Hagelin. Carl Hagelin hands it off far side. It comes straight away. Girardi score! Carcillo was screening in front. And the Rangers have regained the 2-goal lead.
What a bullet of a shot from the point from Girardi. Terrific setup by Richards, but all this started on the line change by the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Rangers get the puck deep. Then they'll get it to the side. There's Richards on the half wall, and a moving screen in front of the goaltender, and Girardi just hammered the shot. I mean, he smoked it, and look at it, it's right up under the bar. You should get a real good look at it here. I don't think it was deflected. I didn't see it get deflected along the way, but as Emery goes down, that goes right over his shoulder and just barely under the crossbar. What a shot.
First goal of these.
Look at Lundqvist, who's done a terrific job here in close. He makes the save on the shot from the corner, and then he gets bailed out. I think it's Zuccarello who knocked this one out of the air.
Yeah.
It's airborne. He's just about to get it, and Zuccarello knocks it out of the air. And then there's Carcillo going back to that high shot. Oh, I thought that had hit him in the chin at first. Grossman.
By St. Louis sends it across. Derek Stepan on a shot, and that goes up on the netting and out of play.
Rangers did a heck of a job in blocking shots and taking the shooting lanes away. Flyers just couldn't find the shots that they wanted. There's McDonough right in front of the net. That was an outstanding block. And there's the one-timer there, and Brian Boyle coming across on the fly. He looked like a goaltender there. And then in front of the net, quick feet, strategically placed by Mark Stahl.
Back with Carcillo, who's out of the box. The pass for Carcillo. He scores! And celebrating in the face of the Flyer fans.
I'll say. What a play there by Boyle. I mean, excellent work there by the New York Rangers. Again, with big blocks, really good reads and turnovers. Fortunate that one clearing attempt was kept in, but then they stayed right with it. Boyle fighting the puck out of the zone. Then look at Carcillo. Go right to the net. Boyle with some touch. He gets the handle on it. Ronaldo is on the backside of Carcillo. One bouncer and redirects it right between the wickets. Excuse me, that was McDonald on the back check there. Big play. Huge relief.
And Carcillo, the 4 goal scorers for the Rangers. For Brian Engblom and the rest of our crew here at Wells Fargo Center, I'm Dave Strader. Thanks for joining us. Rangers take a 2-1 lead. A lot more going on around the National Hockey League. And to catch up on all that, send it back to Dave in our studio.